Courtney B. Vance, man. I mean, I don't know where to start. First, I gotta thank you for inviting me to that dinner at Alta. I heard a couple of things about the
Oh,
spot
wow.
right around the corner from me, and it was like it's a beautiful spot, man. It was a great dinner to sit with you and some of the filmmakers and some of the cast and other journalists. So thanks for that. It was real
So,
intimate.
yeah, it was a wonderful evening.
Yeah. So let's start with the basics because I always heard Courtney B. Vance, Courtney B. Vance. What does the B stand for?
B stands for bicycle ride. No, B stands for Bernard. It's my foster uh, grandfather's middle initial.
Okay. And sorry, man, this is the day after the Oscars, just like crazy around here. I'm trying to get it together. Um, uh,
Proud.
I know we spoke a little bit that day about Hamburger Hill and it being 35 years ago. Like, what was the start? I know you had studied at. I mean, you did Yale and you did, you studied. What did you study at Harvard? History at Harvard. But what was the impetus of that Hamburger Hill? Starting at Hamburger Hill. How did you get into that role, and how did that become your first, film credit?
I was my girlfriend at the time, and I moved into New York from year 3 years at Yale. We had saved up money, and when it was time to move, our dog at the time had skin issues, so the vet bills ate up all of our New York move money. So we barely got into New York and got our apartment, and it was hand to mouth. I remember we were we'd find every now and then we find quarters, and nickels, and dimes, and we were like, look, a quarter. We were just like, So it was tough. It really was, but that summer of, I believe it was '86, because I knew that Fences were going to be pre-Broadway, start the rehearsal to go on to Broadway in December. We got out of school in May. So I had to get through the summer and get to December. And I knew we would, money would be flowing for a good minute. But that summer, and we were doing all kinds of little jobs to make ends meet. And that summer, that I believe June or July, I auditioned for Hamburger Hill, and I got it, role of Doc, and we were off to the Philippines. So I'd never been, flown away that far. That was all of our first films, and it was a bit of a nightmare in that there were no trailers. There was, we were, when it rained, and it rained often, we just were sitting in the rain. And we gave away all of our video rights and all. So, as we were going over there, a Platoon was coming back. They had just finished. So we knew we missed that one. So, and they opened up and got the Oscars. Charlie Sheen got an Oscar. The picture got best film. And yeah, just, oh well, timing is everything.
You said you had to go away for that. I know for 61st Street, you spoke about leaving for 9 months, to shoot that. I rarely talk about, families where I talk to an individual about stuff, but because you and your wife are very much working actors, like how do y'all be Courtney and Angela when sometimes I know some actors bring those characters that they're playing back home and have to, kind of get rid of that character or whatever. Like how do you not come back and be Franklin and she be her character from 911 or whatever she's doing at the time? Like how do y'all make it to where when y'all re-interact, y'all could be yourselves and not the characters y'all back?
Because we're those kind of actors that we're not quote unquote method actors where we have to stay in.
Mm.
So I'm, you know, I'm a problem solver. What is the, it's a tuning fork thing for me. Is it finding the center of the character, and then the whole point is being able to, once you know the center of that, who that person is, it's like accents, dialects. I just need, I want to work it to the place where I can have one or two words, one or two sounds that key me into, I'm back in it now. Now I know that I can say everything from just knowing that one, sound. I playing I did My Children, My Africa, Athol Fugard's play years ago, and I had to figure out what do I do first? Do I deal with the accent first? Do I deal with the historical first? Do I do the lines first? You have to figure out what is your way in. And once I figured out a couple of sounds, I said, I know this accent. So I don't have to worry about that. I can start to focus on other things and begin to build the character. So it's really, figuring out with each character, which is the way in. And it's different for different characters. For me, some people don't have that issue. Some people, approach their characters differently. I'm trying to get to the place where I can do it and then be able to go on and do other things, because you still got to live. You still got to take your garbage out and take care of, grocery shopping and do. So, I'm not that actor that can, stay in for, 9 months, 10 months, 2 months, whatever it is. I gotta breathe and do something else. So, but it worked for me. It may not work for someone else.
Let's talk about some of your on-screen family on 61st Street. I mean, I'm gonna get to Ingenue, who's was the best supporting actress this year, in my opinion. No knock to Adriana DeBose. But I wanted to talk about J Max, because he's actually on the autism spectrum. And I wonder, how did you have to approach those scenes? Was there any difference in approaching scenes when, you have a character that's, special, has those, that's on the spectrum, and I mean, definitely intelligent and expressive and has these dance stuff, but how did you have to approach that any different?
No, I didn't, but the team was very much aware. His parents were there, mother and or father was there all the time. So, we were very sensitive to what his needs were. So, and it was his first project to be able to do what he did and be the first time in front of a camera. So he was genius level, acting wise. And his parents have, need to be some of the, candidate for the parents of the year, because they have 2 other young people and still raising a special needs young person who's a part of everything they do, and asking questions, and he asks it in a certain way, so we all have to. It just means you have to slow down and answer his questions, and sometimes bring him back to the particular issue at hand. But we've got professionals there. His parents are there. Everybody's has talked through with the parents about how to handle, how he rolls, how he hears things and sees things. So, we had done our homework, so we were ready for him to fold him into our world in the way that best fitted him.
I told you before, some of my favorite roles was you as Bobby Seals, and then you on the TV side as Johnny Cochran. And I feel like, your wife Angela's supposed to have got an Oscar for a couple of things, and definitely what's love got to do? What's the I'm drawing like the Tina Turner.
What's Love? That's
yeah. What's Love got to do with it? Last night you watching Anjanou, who put in a great performance for that. I mean, how did you feel? You know, just that she's there, she's getting honored. You know, they don't usually recognize her, but I mean, they didn't give her the award. But I mean, did you feel like the Academy should have made the wrong decision, or were you just,
you know, we're blessed to do what we do. And it's sometimes going to go your way. Sometimes, most times it's not going to go your way. I know Paul Newman was there 8 times before it went his way. So, you know, it ain't always about, you know, skin color. It's politics at its best. And she's a phenomenal actress. I called her 2 a.m. just to let her know how much I appreciated her work in the Clark Sisters and thought it was Emmy time, you know. But as she says, Courtney, I'm used to, you know, you just keep it moving, and we eventually, you and that award will that hardware will match up. Angela's, you know, if there ever was somebody who was deserved, it was her for Tina. But she, they're not gonna see her sweat. They're not gonna see her pining about it. It's just, baby, I'm working. I'm blessed and highly favored. Let me just keep working. And eventually it'll be my time and the whole world will lift her up. So it's all good.
I know Zakia's coming on, but real quick. I mean, you went to Harvard. There's Ketanji Jackson Brown.
I'm so sorry. We do have to go. We have a few more, but everything was great. I'm so sorry.
You can say something about Ketanji Jackson Brown. 1 second, just 1 second about a fellow Harvard person.
Yeah, I have to be respectful of the time. Sorry about
Courtney,
that.
always love talking to you. One of my favorite actors in the world, man. Keep doing great performances, and I'll always be in awe when you're on the screen. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Jamal. Thank you for your respect.
So much.